Right, so I've just gone to jack the bobber up, and my nifty jack that I've made, I've noticed I haven't made that well because these bits I haven't made strong enough and they're bent. But luckily I've got my trusty Art Captain MiG 200 which I'm going to use to fix these bits. And Art Captain are sponsoring today's video. There's a link in the description below for you guys to get a 5% discount. So I'm going to fix these. So I've just cut a couple of bits of metal which I'm going to weld on there like that for gussets, and it won't bend hopefully. Yeah, it's quite a nice weld the old Art Captain gives. The only trouble is I can't see what I'm doing because my eyes are buggered now. Maybe I should get Specsavers to sponsor a video for me. Right, so I've fixed me bits now, so I don't think they're going to bend. So the reason I'm jacking it up is because I want to show you where I'm at with the exhaust now. It's got the standard exhaust on it, which has got the cap on it which has been opened up so there's nothing inside of it, and I've also taken the guts out of the silencers as well, but I do have a baffle in the end. But what I'm going to show you is how quick I can actually get this exhaust off now, because I've made it quick release, and just turn it into open headers so that when I rock up at the drag strip I can actually get the exhaust off in probably about a minute and a half and run it with open headers. The longest bit of the job is actually flashing in other tune onto the ECU. Also my rear guard's quick release as well, so I'll show you that as well. But I was hoping to be a lot further along with the journey at this point, but Willowbank Raceway has just been all done up and had a brand new drag strip put in, and the weather's been crap so it's not finished. So the weather's been crap so I haven't been out doing stuff on the bike either. But more about that later. I'll show you the exhaust. This is what it sounds like with my standard exhaust. Well, it's not standard because it's had the guts taken out of it, but this is my quiet exhaust. couldn't find my 12mm socket, so I'm using a spanner, but it's still a pretty simple process. I've got a long piece of threaded rod, just actually squeezes both exhausts into the catalyst, so that's why it comes off so quick. So right, it now has open headers and it doesn't have the weight of the exhaust on it. I can actually leave the exhaust on it and just have open headers, but it doesn't take long to get the whole thing off now. That's a bit louder. Right, that's where I'm at with the exhaust at the moment. I've been really quiet with content lately, mainly because it's been really hot and exhausting here and the weather's actually been crap. For the first time in my life I'm looking forward to the winter. And the drag strip's been shut because they're putting a new drag strip in and the weather's holding that up as well, so I haven't been able to get to test and tune to try this out because I wanted to actually try the different exhausts out I've got on it and compare them before I actually go ahead and put the smaller supercharger pulley on to give it 15 psi boost. And then of course when I do that I'm going to have to get into the world of having to buy motorcycle leathers because it will run into 10 seconds hopefully, and you have to have motorcycle leathers on a drag strip for that, otherwise you get kicked off. Also I'm organising a trailer for it. Income from my other careers has been a little bit slow as well, and the cost of living at the moment, as soon as you walk out the front door you spent $100, so that's also slowing me down because there are things I want to do on it. There's things I've got planned, like I want to make some headers for it, I want to get into the bottom end of that other engine and see what's the matter with that, and that's going to cost me money once I start doing that. I may do that anyway just so I've got some content so you guys can actually see how to take the engines apart, and because there's not much information out there about that sort of thing. Oh, the oil pressure thing's held me up quite a bit. I've got a gauge on there now and I've been keeping an eye on it and I'm quite happy that it's not really a problem. It's a little bit low on idle, that's it. Which is why I want to get into the other engine to see what the big ends are like, because maybe they're a little bit worn and they've been damaged and it's losing oil pressure like that. So this is a fairly long, expensive process. If I'd have known where I was going to get to with this bike, this is not the way I would have done it. I probably would have bought a written off one and just built a race bike or something like that. But I wanted a bike because I couldn't ride my Trans Thruxton properly and the Bobber was a really cool bike. And I love modifying stuff. So it would have been easier for me to buy a fast bike just to drag race with anyway. But I like taking something which is sort of cool but a little bit inferior and actually modifying it to make it a lot more inferior, if that's a word. A lot better, faster, more performance. And that's why I'm into drag racing, because you're only racing for a few seconds and most of the work, most of the racing is done developing the bike, making it faster and actually working on things. And I love the engineering of actually solving problems and making things go faster, and once you make them go faster you've got to modify something else because it's going to break and things like that. I enjoy that. I'm going to be making a lot more content from now on, so don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment and all that good stuff, because it helps me out, it helps the channel grow, and hopefully we'll get to the point someday with the channel where I have got a heap of money to invest in it and bring you guys much better content. So, have a great day.